It's 8 o'clock. You know what that means. It is time for Urban Xpressions Newsmag Live, and this is the Brown Style Magazine edition where we're interviewing 100 of the, we're not going to interview 100, but Brown Style Magazine featured 100 women in media, and we have a few of the 100 that are in media that we're going to be here today. Today, we're going to be interviewing Monique Weber. She has been in the public relations industry for over 25 years. We're going to find out all about what she does, how she does it, and literally she's going to drop some gems. So just stay tight. Here she comes. She's going to be coming on really soon, and I'm excited to see her. I'm excited to speak to her. If you've ever wanted to know about public relations, what public relations is, what they do, how they do it, she's in fashion and beauty public relations, and she'll be coming on. And then our guest at 8:30 p.m. will be Darralynn Hutson. So this is going to be an amazing night. Once again, 100 women in media, brought to you by Brown Style Magazine. And if you know, I've been in media for a very long time, but I love to speak to other women who have been in media and are doing their thing. So we'll be waiting for Monique right now. Let me tag her and let her know we are here. We are live. Maybe I send her a text. But how has your Monday been? While we're taking a moment, how has your Monday been? What's been going on in your Monday? This is literally Holy Week for those who observe Holy Week, and this is for some people. I think their children are going to be on vacation because it's vacation time. It's the spring vacation. So what has been going on while we're waiting? Okay, you are here. Whoop whoop. I'm just gonna go in and talk. And awesome. Darralynn is here too. Let me make sure I am all right. It is saying that you are unable to join. I want to make sure that you are on your cell phone. You said spring break for us. Spring break. It is that time of season. Monique is saying that you're unable to join. We have to make sure that you are on your cell phone. That is what needs to happen. Hopefully you're on your cell phone and you've updated it at a time or two. Sometimes you have to update your Instagram app. Spring break. Woo! I remember spring break. I remember spring break. It's a good time to have a break. I don't even think we get a holiday. I don't even think I get a holiday. But I'm excited. Mo, if you could check to see. Okay, let's see. Is it working? Is it happening? Come on. And try it one more time. Hi.
Hi.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am awesome. So, wow, I'm excited. Brown Style Magazine featured you are one of the 100 women in media. Whoop, whoop.
Yes. Whoop, whoop.
And you have been in media for over 25 years.
Yes, forever. Well, more than half my life I've been doing media.
I know that's right. But let's talk about that. More than half of your life, but something had to draw you to media. What was it?
Well, I started media as an actress and model and musician. So I was doing that in high school and college. And then after college, I got a job working as a fit model for BCBG Max Azria Group. And I worked so closely with the owners, Max and Luba Vazria. I spent like hours every single day with them that they got to know me, everything about me, and vice versa. And just one day, just out of the blue, Luba Vazria asked me if I ever thought about becoming a publicist. And it had never crossed my mind because I was, in my mind, I'm going to be a model, I'm going to go into entertainment myself. So no, I had never thought about it. And she said, well, you know a lot of people, and you could do so many things. So why not go about becoming a publicist? Like, you should really think about it. And if that's something that you want to do, I'll create a space for you here at BCBG. And I went home. I started looking it up. I spent some time in their PR department, just learning the ropes and seeing like what exactly is PR. And I came back to her a few months later, and I said, I think I could do that. So if you were serious about giving me a job in your PR department, I will happily take it. And that's how it started.
Wow, wow. So just in case anybody wants to know, so when you did your research, what is PR, so that we can explain it, just in case somebody doesn't know, since you went ahead to do your research, what is PR?
So PR is public relations. So we deal with the public, your public image, and how you present it in the media and to your consumers. So we help to shape that, and we create strategies around how to shape how you present yourself to the public.
Awesome. So now you being on both sides. So first you were a model, that's the side you were on, and then now you had to hop on to the other side and say, now I have to represent someone else. Well, like, okay, I'm not the center. How did you handle having to jump on the other side of understanding that you have to protect and have a strategy with someone else's image?
Well, I think it came easy for me because I have never been a person where I've been like it's all about me, where I had that type of attitude. So it was easy for me to shine the light on someone else and not have to take the credit all the time for every single thing. As especially back in the day as a publicist, like, we were Black. No one ever knew who we were. No one knew our names. No one knew anything about us. No one knew what we actually did. They just will see, women and men running around in a Black uniform and wondering like, okay, what are they doing? They're the ones that's with the celebrity. They're the ones that's with the designers. But like, what exactly do they do? But little do they know, like, we're doing everything. We're doing all the work. We're strategizing. We're creating all the meetings. We are getting it on the A-list celebrities. We are setting up all those interviews. We are conducting like all of the research behind how to even pitch you to certain magazines. So like, we're doing all the work. We just never got the praise for it.
You didn't get the shine for it. However, I'm still sure it was it rewarding. How did you? So you had
it was extremely rewarding. Like, I worked for BCBG Maxageria Group for 13 years. I was in-house for them for 13 years. I love them. I still love them. Unfortunately, Max has passed away, but his wife Luba, I still speak to her. Like, I still love them. They opened up a door for me and literally like changed my life. And so I'm extremely grateful to them for that. And she gave me the reins to just do whatever I wanted to do, basically. She was like, Monique, I trust you. I trust your judgment. I am going to put my business in your hands and let you go with it. And so for me at the time, their PR agency their PR department was really hyper focused on trying to get on the super A-list people. So that's your Angelina Jolie's, that's your Charlize Theron's, and that's who they were like focused on, because those were the it women, and that's who was getting all the press. But then I can't come along, and I'm like, that's who everybody is after. You have so much competition trying to go after. those people. Like you're competing with Dolce and Gabbana, like you're competing with all the houses. You're, Chloe and everyone at that point.
Mhm.
So let's not go after them. Who's next? So
Ooh.
we need to focus on who is going to be them next. Who's going to take over their spaces in this A-list realm? And so I started doing that. I started focusing on the up and comers. So we were forming really great relationships, and I had a lot of really great relationships in music and entertainment. So I was forming really great relationships for BCBG with up and coming musicians like Beyonce, like Rihanna, like Katy Perry, like and all these actresses who, no one was even thinking about. Viola Davis we dressed before she became like Viola Davis, and women of color. That was also a thing because back then a lot of these style houses did not want to dress. I mean, I'm going to be honest, they did not want to dress women of color. They thought they deemed us as being urban or too ethnic for their brands. But, when you have a Black woman as your publicist, we're dressing Black people too. Like we're not just going to go after, who everybody else is going after, because like we need to represent the spectrum. You want
Mhm.
customers from everywhere. And so that's what I focused on. And I mean, we used to do like Shabbat dinners at Max's house. Like we had Katy Perry sang at a Shabbat dinner. Kelly Rowland would come. Like Michelle Williams would come. Like Zoe Saldana came. It was an amazing time to do that stuff. And then they also purchased Hervé Leger. So once they purchased Hervé Leger, it was like, okay, now we're doing a prestige style house.
Mhm.
And so who are the women that we want to see in these dresses? And so from there, we went after like Victoria Beckham's, like the Victoria Beckhams of the world, like Rihanna and Beyonce. And those women just started to get picked up by the press, and next thing you know, it's like it's a boom. Like everybody wants to wear these tight Hervé Leger dresses, and it just went from there.
And it was
We were dressing.
spearheaded.
I was dressing everybody under the
Wow.
sun in Hervé Leger.
What an amazing time. So you were right there
Yeah,
in the mix, dressing them and just really getting to see them as they're moving up and
as they're moving.
growing.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. And you mentioned something in I believe in one of your posts, you said that they're still using some of the work that you did, your placements that you did then now they're still using it.
Yes, yes. They still show pictures of these women in these Urban Leger dresses because Urban Leger, I think, is trying to have a comeback right now. So now people are now wearing Urban Leger once again. And
Mhm.
so they, reuse all the images from the early 2000s to show like who used to wear them and why you should wear them now. So, yeah.
Oh, I like that spin. Brown Style Magazine. Hello, hello, hello. Um,
Hello.
they ask, what are the highs and lows of being a publicist?
The highs would be what I just described, like just being able to work with some of the most amazing people in the industry. Um, of course, you can't fan out, but
You never fanned out though? Never?
I fanned out one
Who?
time,
Who?
and who I fanned out for, I probably would fan out for now, but I used to do, all the celebrities for our runway shows, and because we did 3 runway shows. So one year, I finally was able to get Kanye West to come to the show.
Oh,
And this is when like he just started. This was like back in the college dropout days.
was he on
So
time?
no, he he came and his girlfriend at the time, Alexis, I think was her name at the time. So it's like really old. But they came in for a fitting for
Okay.
Alexis.
Oh, for
And
Alexis. Oh,
for
for her.
Alexis, yeah,
Mm.
because we didn't make menswear. So they came in for her fitting. And when they came into the showroom, I just was just so starstruck. I don't know. It's like
Did you
I don't even know what to do here.
and what did you
Of
get a
course, I
picture?
did my job, but I'm like, oh my God, we have Kanye. I have Kanye West here finally. Like I've been trying so hard to get him to come to one of our shows, and he's finally here.
I think it was more so you're just excited about the work you did. Not necessarily. I'm not giving no shade to Kanye, but I thought you probably just excited you were able to get him there.
Yeah, and I loved his music, so I was just like, oh my God, like this is so amazing.
Did you get a picture?
I did not, because back in the day, that wasn't a
Oh, you didn't
thing.
take pictures,
You weren't
right?
supposed to be taking pictures, and I mean, we didn't have social media, so we weren't posting anything.
I know.
So yeah, no, no, none of that. I
No,
mean, like
so
I've been blessed to have been in some incredible rooms and spaces with some really amazing people. Like I went to a private dinner with like Mariah Carey. We did a private listening party with Alicia Keys once. I mean, it's just been amazing. Amazing. Like some of these experiences, like you just can't pay for.
it sounds like you
Um,
can't pay for it, and it's like it's all like you lived it, and or do you plan on telling it somewhere? I know we're speaking of it now. Do you plan on telling it in a book or anything? Like imagine what you like your life is like. What people would have like what?
no, I mean, and right now, honestly, it feels like it was a lifetime ago. But yeah, no, I don't plan on ever telling it. I mean, I've told little stories to my daughter because she wants to get into fashion and beauty. So I've told her things, but like other than that, no. And yes, brown style, like that still excites me. Like I still get excited about like my work and things that I've been able to do. Like I'm still happy about being a publicist. There are people who have been in the industry for so many years and they just feel drained. But I don't feel that. I don't feel drained. Like the work that I do still excites me. Like I still love it. I still love to see my clients get an allure placement or an Essence Beauty Award or they're in Vogue. Like I still love seeing that. Like it still makes me so incredibly happy because it means that I am doing my job.
Wow. So you have highs. So it seems like you have no particular lows because you had
Well,
so.
not the lows. There's some lows.
Okay. But Ralph, I want to know what are some of the lows because since you love it so much, it's like, is there ever a low?
Yeah, there's definitely lows, especially as an entrepreneur. It's really hard to um like maintain the grind because you start to feel like it is a grind at some point because you have clients that come on for a few months and then you have clients that drop off and then like the whole cycle
hmm
it kind of is is it starts to wear on you because you're constantly trying to find new clients, constantly trying to find new work, constantly trying to prove yourself to people. So yeah, that becomes a low, and especially when people have unrealistic expectations of what you can deliver. Like I don't personally write the articles, like it's not
hmm
me that's writing the article for Forbes. So it becomes really hard when they have like these huge expectations, like, oh, I would love to be on the cover of Vogue, or like, hey, like, girl, I would love to be on the cover of Vogue, but like, let's be real, like, that's not really happening for a lot of people, you know. Getting a
That would
Vogue
take a lot.
placement is difficult, like, that's
Mhm.
really hard to get. And I don't think people understand how hard it is to get some of these placements because they're all earned media. So we're not paying for them. So the journalist has to find value in what it is that you're pitching in order to even place it.
And you're responsible for it, which goes to, I want to make sure I'm saying her name right, Darralynn, who's our next guest. You mentioned pitches. So that means in order to get on a Vogue or to get in anything, you have to pitch them. So she wanted to
Yes.
say, please explain the pitch process or what a pitch is.
So a pitch would be, I'm sorry, I'm kind of reading her thing too. So a pitch would be you're telling your client's story to a journalist. So that's the pitch. So
Mm-hmm.
your who, what, when, where, and how, about their products or about them, or whatever it is that you're focusing on for that particular client. And you want to make it engaging. And you want to make sure that it is aligned with what the publication usually prints. So that's a pitch. And a lot of people feel like, oh, anybody can just write a pitch. Yeah, anybody can just write a pitch. AI can just write a pitch at this point. But what anybody cannot do is they don't have the relationships to get that pitch placed. So that's the disconnect. So that's why you need a publicist, because the
So
publicist
the
would have the
relationship.
relationships
Mm-hmm.
with the journalist, and they know, like, okay, this is what this journalist is looking for at this moment. So do I have a client that fits this brief? Yes. And I'm going to send my pitch for that. But then you have people who just send stuff, like they're just sending it, just sending out any and everything, and not fully understanding what each journalist beat is. Like they don't know. They just figured, oh, okay, this person writes for Vogue, so let me just, or Laura, let me just send them something about my brand and hope it sticks. But like you can't just hope in PR. You can't just hope stuff sticks. You have to have a strategy and you have to have a plan.
Yeah, with the shift, right? Things have shifted, right?
Shifted so
Right.
so far.
How are you handling the shift? I mean, things have changed. Media has changed, and it's a lot different.
Media has changed so much, especially for people of color. Media has changed a lot. And what's most important now, and what I have always done for my clients, is make sure that journalists know that my clients don't just make products for Black people. Just because they are Black founders, they don't just make products for Black people. They make products for everybody. Everybody. There's other people, other cultures that have curly hair, or thick curly hair. There's other cultures that have hair like that. Everybody has skin. And skin, hyperpigmentation, everybody could suffer from that. So it's not just because this is a Black person that made this, it's only made for Black people. Like, you have to educate people, and you can't let people pigeonhole you and put you in a box, even journalists. And this is part of why, once again, why you need a publicist to explain this to people. Like, this is who my client is. This is what they do. And this is how they help everyone, or, whoever their target audience is.
So as they're helping, and when we, once again, we shifted, how did you learn the new publications or the new style? Because now we have the online publications that are literally kind of like bigger than a lot of the print now. Like you have to know who's doing what, and how do you know which ones are the key ones, the target ones, because things have shifted. And how do you navigate the social media when it comes to your clients? How do you say, all right, well, this social media platform is good for you, or this is not? How do you integrate all of that?
Well, in terms of digital outlets, you figure out which ones you like based on like the number of impressions that digital outlet is getting, right? So if you have like let's say you have an XO Nicole, or who is like huge fashionista, who what wear, those are like huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have some of the smaller ones, um, like Brown Style. Brown Style is small, but they are really hyper focused on uh, founders of color and
Mm-hmm.
telling their stories. So you want to know what each and every digital platform specializes in. And if you get a placement there, are you impacting your clients' customers?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to take all of that in mind, right? So when I'm looking for things, I'm researching like the impressions, what's their beat, like are they really touching my consumer, the consumer that I'm trying to go after? And if I get a placement there, is it going to um help increase visibility in any type of way? And sometimes you can get on these smaller platforms and they will syndicate it to a bigger platform. So you can get on like a small blog, and then that blog would end up doing a syndication to Yahoo or to MSN, which is amazing because that's like millions of people now
Mm-hmm.
that have seen it. Versus if it had stayed on that blog, it would only be what, like a few thousand. So you have to keep that in mind too. But you want to make sure whenever you are pitching a client that you are pitching them to their audience.
Absolutely. Brown Style said 2 years, 2 years in and growing every day. Shout out to the
Yes.
Brown Style team. Yes, yes,
Shout out
yes.
to the Brown Style team. Yes.
Congratulations. They received an award yesterday. Um,
Oh, yay.
yes,
Congrats, you guys.
At the African American Museum for Black on Noir. They received an award. It was amazing, beautiful, beautiful tribute to them. So Brown Style, woo, doing it.
Yes. And
Which is
so everybody has to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So, and it's important even for brands to know that. Like, there's a lot of brands who are like, well, I want to be like Mael. Well, who doesn't want to be like Mael? But you have to start where you are, and then you grow into becoming like Mael. But that takes time. Like Mael wasn't Mael like that. Like it took her years to grow that business, and then to finally sell it. And then I would encourage brands and founders to have an exit plan. So what happens, like what are you going to do when a bigger company comes along and wants to buy you? Like, do you want to sell? Like, is that something you ever really thought about? Like, what do you want to do with this company in the future? Are you going to be the founder for forever? Forever, ever? Or are you going to sell it? Or if you don't want to sell it, what's going to happen to it? And like if you had, Lord forbid, a health issue, who's going to take it over and handle it while you're healing?
Phew.
So you have to think about all these things as a founder. And I don't think a lot
Mhm.
of founders think about that. And they
Yeah.
should. And it also, and where it comes to play as far as PR is because we know, like, here, this is where you're trying to go.
Hmm.
So if we know that at some point you want to sell, you would love to sell to Procter and Gamble, then we know how to position you.
Mm. Absolutely.
Yeah, so those are things that you have to think about as a founder. Like you have to think about all the things. And I mean, I think a lot of people, they're like, "Oh, I have this great idea and I came up with this product and now I'm just going to, throw it out there and just see what happens." But it's everything needs a plan.
It does indeed. It does. And I mean, when you think about that in mind, and which is a great thing. So that's why I said there's so many things you can educate so many people on. So that everyone needs to hear your knowledge. But we definitely are excited to speak to you. Thank you so much for sharing. We
Thank
want to
you.
make sure we want to stay connected. For you mentioned one thing before we go to our next interview. You mentioned something about having to get your next client. What is your strategy for obtaining your next client or being visible for your next client?
As of right now, how I'm getting my next clients, it has been through word of mouth
Mm-hmm.
and my clients recommending other clients to me,
Okay.
which has been great because it's always great when people feel like, oh, okay, Monique did a great job for me, let me recommend my friend to her too.
Yeah.
So that's always wonderful. But now things are starting to shift a lot, like you said. um, and so there's so much competition. There are a lot of people that are coming up, and they're like, "I'm a publicist," and it's like, okay, you just started like yesterday. But I don't want to knock their hustle. I get it. But then there are a lot of people who don't do their diligence, and they see like these beautiful pages that people post and don't even know that that person hasn't been in PR forever, and they don't really know publicity. They're just calling themselves a publicist. So I'm competing with that at this point, and so
Mhm.
I now have to put, this is what I tell a lot of my founders. I now have to put myself out there too. Like I can no longer wear the all black. I have to,
Mhm.
put myself into the spotlight, which is why I'm doing like interviews like this, and trying to make sure people know who I am, and know what I do and what I can do for you. So yeah,
Yes. That is
speaking more.
thinking more, seeing more. Think now you have to go tap back into the model, and the right. Listen, you got to tap back into that, and which honestly we really do. So you have to be seen. So yeah, tapping in.
Yes.
um, uh, Darralynn
Oh,
says
my contact
the contact.
information. Yes.
Mhm.
So my agency is called MLWPR, and you can follow us on Instagram at MLWPR, or you can always email me at Monique, Monique, at MLWPR.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's
Thank
been a
you.
pleasure getting to know you. And that's the goal, literally just being able to see, the media is the media, and sometimes we are behind the scenes. So it's so great to see publicists and PRs, agents that just step up and be seen. So thank you so much.
Thank
Um,
you. I really appreciate you. And thank you, Brown Style, for having me in the magazine and for the introduction to Shelley.
all right. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing all the amazing things you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you,
Uh,
Shelley.
all right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Up
Bye-bye.
next is bye bye. Up next is Darralynn. I want to make sure I'm saying you say how to get out, huh?
Yeah.
You want me to help you? I will help you. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, wait a minute. Why is it not letting me do it? Okay. All right. Now, the only thing I can do is invite her. Hold on. It's gonna let me do it.
Okay.
There it is. I got you. Well, you might as well say before you go, just say hello to each other. I was just say
Hi,
hello to each
Hey,
other. I, I
what a
would
great
definitely.
interview.
I just
thank you
want
so much.
she was definitely had the amazing questions in the chat. So I wanted to just say hello to each other because hey, everybody, this is they're both part of the 100 Women in Media for Brown Style Magazine. So yes, so this is like a meeting of the minds and the actually letting everyone know who you are. So thank you so much. I know how to now I know how to do it. So we will see you and we thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Woo-woo. All right. Before we get started, I want to make sure I'm saying your name correctly. I said Darralynn. Is it Darralynn?
It's Darralynn. That's it. Darralynn, like
Darralynn. Okay,
Carolyn.
Darralynn. I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure, just to make sure. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are one of the 100 women in media. Woo, 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 for Brown Style Magazine. Woo, woo, woo.
Yes. Congratulations to Brownstown. I just think they're an amazing publication. They do amazing things.
Yes, and I love them. I love them. Amazing family. Once again, congratulations to them. So you have been you're not necessarily considered a publicist, right?
No.
Not a media a media strategist. I wanted you now. I need you to break it down to me, and I was like, media strategist. Okay, tell me what you do and how you do it so well.
So the only difference between what me and Monique does is I create the plan of action. She executes it. She probably creates the plan of action also, but I try not to execute because I hate pitching. Even though I'm really good at it, I'm amazing at it, but I really hate begging people for permission to do anything. So I'm an advocate for creating your own media outlets, telling your own stories on your own platforms. But don't get me wrong, I love Vogue. I love Brownstone. I love all of them because I'm avid readers. I consume so much content, but I don't wait for them to tell my client stories.
Ooh, okay. So tell me how that goes. You don't wait for them. So how do you tell the story?
Oh, wow. There used to be a time when we would only go to media outlets, that we would only go to magazines and newspapers, right? But now, you said it before, we have social media, we have podcasts. I mean, we have YouTube, we have Medium, we have outlets that you do not have to pitch to an editor at all, right? You can put up your own content and start to grow your audience by yourself. It might be one, but next week it might be 10, and next week it might be 50. So I'm just an advocate of creating your own media platforms, creating your own content, telling your own story.
Awesome. So how long have you been in the industry? And so did you start out as a media strategist, or did you start out one thing doing other? Tell me the journey, because I know it's a journey. I know it's a journey.
I think we all started the same. I was listening to Monique's story. We all kind of got into this by happenstance. Like, I started as a storyteller. When I was my daughter's age, she's 17, I used to read magazines like explicitly Essence, Ebony, Vogue, Allure. I used to love kind of escaping into magazines. So I knew from a very young age I wanted to be a journalist, right? So I went into journalism in entertainment, hip hop, and it got very misogynistic very fast. I started at Upscale Magazine, The Source Magazine, Double XL. I started writing hip hop music, and after a few years, I just got really disenfranchised, right? So I too moved from journalism into PR and production, and tried all the wonderful things that I could do with my writing, storytelling skills. So I got an opportunity to do TV production. I produced a documentary. I did publicity. So what I got an opportunity to do was really develop all of these really wonderful relationships. And you know as well as I do, people kind of matriculate and sustain themselves because of their wonderful relationships. So that's how I got into strategy.
That's how you got into strategy. And you
That's how I
mentioned
got into strategy.
And you mentioned creating lanes, your own lane. What lane have you? I know you're doing media strategy, but what
Yeah.
lane have you created for yourself? Do you have a podcast? Do you have a media? Tell me about. I know you have. I know you do. What? Tell me what
So
you've created.
the name of my company is called the Stylist Suite. So I'm the owner and the CEO of the Stylist Suite, and we are essentially a platform that are competing with Cision. We're competing with Muck Rack. We're competing with Media Bistro. You can search media outlets on our website and come up with contact information, tips, videos, social media. We provide all of the things that those big media outlets that charge you 9,000, $10,000, $12,000 a year. We do it for so much more. So that is my contribution to this industry. We are a resource for every publicist, every journalist, every creator, every founder that wants to really garner a relationship with a media outlet. There are no gatekeepers. We provide that information for you. Yeah.
That's amazing. Brownstein said the Stylist Suite is amazing. Um,
I love them.
Monique
I
says
love
that's so
them.
awesome. I have to check it out. So how did you what inspires you to actually say, you know what? I've done this, I've done production, I've done it, but you know what? I'm going to create the place where there's no gatekeepers. Let's call it the place where there's no
Well,
gatekeepers.
what was really amazing in my pivot from journalism kind of into PR was those amazing publicists that I got an opportunity to work with, right? And I won't name the names, but the Ava DuVernays, the Ross Stevensons in LA that were really doing big things for Black film, Black TV. I was able to work at those agencies, and we would go through lists. We would have lists of hundreds of thousands of people. I need all the media outlets in Detroit. I need all the media outlets in Miami. I need all of the TV producers. So we'd have these massive media lists with thousands of people, and we would have to circulate, send press releases, email, phone call, back in the day, send faxes. So I got in the practice of those relationships building early on from working with those publicists that had those huge TV and film clients, right? So it's the same thing. You develop these wonderful relationships because you're calling somebody literally 50 times a week, right? So you can't help to say, how's your family? What do what's going on? So you develop these wonderful relationships because you have to be personable. You have to ask people questions. I have this inquiry mind. I'm a journalist. So when I speak to people, I ask questions. I try to have as authentic a conversation as possible. That's important.
It is.
So that is really how I was able to pivot, because I too, like Monique, people would say, oh, how do I get into Vogue? Oh my God, how do I get into Essence? And I would say, okay, let me help you create a plan of action to get into Essence. And maybe you can't get into Essence, but maybe you can teach a class at Essence Music Festival, or maybe you can go to HR and do a workshop with the editors. So just kind of creating all of these avenues to get to where they want to go. And sometimes it never ends up in a magazine, but you come out with a really great relationship with an Essence editor, or a really great relationship with a Vogue fashion, assistant or something. So mine was always about relationship building. It's not about pitching or, it would be amazing if we, placed an article. It's amazing, but it's really mostly about relationship building.
Relationships. That's what I hear. I heard you say it. Everyone keeps saying about relationships, which we know are literally the thing that makes it all
Because
work.
people move.
Because you can't, wait a minute, AI can't replace
Everywhere.
relationships.
I had a funny conversation because Corey Murray, I love Corey. She worked at Essence for years and years. Now, I used to pitch for her for like 10, 15 years. I did not physically get a chance to meet her face to face till she left Essence. We became friends, started talking on the phone, and now that she's at Ebony, she responds to every email. She accepts my pitches. But that was 12, 15 years of pitching her, calling her, texting her. You understand what I'm saying? So that is relationship building. People don't understand. You can't
They
just pitch
don't.
an editor at Essence and be like, hey, write an article on me. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen. What in the world? But that's amazing to be able to first of all pivot first. She pivoted from Essence to now Ebony, but then that relationship which AI can't replace.
No, and she
That this
freelanced for 2 years. So she wrote for Allure and Elle, and you know what I mean. She
oh,
freelanced. So if you were able to get in on those during that period of her life, you sealed it. You know what I mean? Like you got to
yeah.
seal those relationships. Give those editors and writers what they need, so that when it comes a time, they'll be able to give you what you need, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, which is, and once again, you said authentic, which I know you are. I feel you're authentic. So that's what the important is. Because I remember, sometimes people aren't so authentic, but I'm so glad to know that there's authentic relationships out there. Brown
Yep.
Style says, "What do you enjoy the most about your work in the media industry?"
Right now, what I enjoy is my mentorship, my mentees. I love working with, and I will say this, being in the industry as long as I have, there has been a time in the last 5 years where people are just not going into journalism, or they don't see the future in it. There is no future in media, there's no future in journalism. So I pride myself on being an example of what journalism, sustaining yourself in the field of journalism looks like, because I still freelance. I still very much so tell stories that I really want to tell.
Mhm.
But I love turning a student around to say, hey, I think I fit into this industry. I think I see a future, because so many of them are just dismayed with what journalism has become. That
Mhm.
to me is very, very, very rewarding. And it's a lot of reasons why I give back in the Stylist suite, because there's so many resources, so many ways that you can go in this industry. I would love to be the conduit, yeah, to the future of journalism.
I like it. So when you paint the picture
I know, right?
when you paint the picture of journalism, what what do you actually say? No, I understand it, but I want to know what you actually say to make them, the young minds, the young mentees, really interested. Because even being in the industry, sometimes you get a little like, I don't know. So
Well,
what do you say
I
to
write, I
inspire?
write for the I write for the media outlets that I love for fun. I don't write for them to make money. Where I make money writing is writing stories for nonprofits and brands. That is the most money that I make. You can pitch to a brand just as easily and fast as you can pitch to a media outlet. That's just how it is. Every every business, every company, every CEO, they need their story told. And Monique said it best, the authenticness of being a human telling a story versus AI telling a story is, you can definitely tell the difference. And that is where I shine. I'm a human storyteller. So the expansion of storytelling as an industry that might not necessarily be journalism, connected to a newspaper or a magazine or a media outlet, broaden your horizons. Write for media outlets, write for brands, write for radio, write for podcasts. One of my mentors is writing now for Stephen, what's the sports guy that
Stephen
talks?
A. Smith.
Yeah, Sherry McGee. Shout out Sherry, my mentor. She
Hey,
went from
Sherry.
journalism to writing for podcasts. She used to write for Monique for TV. So you are a writer at heart. Your skills as a writer can be used in every industry.
I love that. I love that. You have to coin the human which is human journalist. What you say? The human. You got to coin that and make that your
Oh,
tagline.
what did I say?
You
I'm a
said the
human
human
storyteller.
the
I'm
human
a human
storyteller.
storyteller.
So you have to coin that, like put that as a tagline. The human
The
storyteller.
human storyteller.
Because right
Because that's
now,
what
like,
griots were. Remember, that's us. That's us. We
yes,
are the original storytellers. I mean, I'm not saying that every ethnicity and race doesn't have them, but we tell stories better than anyone in the world. Look at TikTok. Look at media outlet. Every industry needs Black storytellers.
yes, yes, absolutely. And you are the human storyteller. Oh my goodness. Look,
I
you
love it,
gotta
Shelly.
I'm telling you, we all need, because this world has turned into, the AI revolution. And I love AI.
Yeah.
I'm not bashing AI at all. But when you have a tagline like the human storyteller, it will go everywhere in this world, man. It needs to be a whole thing going on. The human storyteller. Oh my
I
goodness, I
love
see
it.
it,
I love
see.
it, Shelly. Let's do it, girl. Let's do it.
Yes, I'm
Let's
listen. I'm
do
telling you,
it.
that's what you are because you have the passion. You're like, I'm a storyteller, but I'm a human storyteller because we need it right now. Right now, AI
Absolutely.
is you know
Absolutely.
what's happening with AI. Like
Absolutely.
it's
Absolutely.
everywhere. Wait a minute. Brown South remembered it too. So you got it now. You gonna write it. Well, you can write it down. You write it down. We got it. But right now, that's gonna be your tagline. The human.
Okay, my tagline. My
your,
tagline.
your
Yes.
tagline, it goes
Yes.
everywhere because you're creating your own platforms, and as we're creating our own platforms, I tell everybody, I teach a class and I said you have to find your fortune cookie, and your fortune cookie is that, meaning the fortune cookie is synonymous with Chinese food stores, and if you don't get your fortune cookie when you go to the Chinese store, you're gonna have a problem, right? So
Right, 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 right,
that's
right.
your fortune
Right.
cookie.
Right. Absolutely.
Wait a minute. She said brown
Absolutely.
size dropping gems. Yes, you are. So overall, like you've been in this industry, created you've created your own products, your own everything. You have mentees. Is
Yes.
there
Yes.
anything that you haven't done that you're saying this is on my media bucket list, or this is on my bucket list period for what you want to do in this world?
That's a good question. I'm at the point in my life where I'm talking about wills and trust, right? And things like that. So one of the things that my accountant is telling me is that I don't have enough intellectual properties, right? That's what they tell you. You got to get those assets. I
Yeah.
did one documentary over 10 years ago. I want to do more documentaries. I
Mm.
want to tell more stories about families, obviously. Um, I would love to do a Black media documentary. I just think it's called for because there's so many
Please do.
amazing people doing amazing things in Black media, but just way more storytelling, Shelley, way more storytelling on all different platforms. There's a local school here in Detroit called College for Creative Studies, and we're working on a fashion podcast. So many different stories on so many different platforms. So yeah,
I
that
love
is
it. I
my
mean,
legacy. That is my
that's your legacy. With
get
so
as
with
many kids get as many Black girls into this industry as possible to follow
and that
Tweety and Heather and
I know, right? Well,
follow
listen,
all of their leads. Yeah.
when they've been in media, Tweety and just the whole entire family has
Yeah,
been
right.
in
Have you
has
ever been to
been.
Philly and met the family?
Oh, I've known them for if I tell you how many years, you'd be like, wait a
Long
minute,
time.
a very very long,
Really?
a
Shelly, are you in
very.
Philly too?
I am in Philly. Yes,
Okay, well the next time I love Philly.
you love Philly?
So the my favorite hotel of all times, and Tweety knows this, is the Four Seasons. It's the best hotel in the world.
Is
So when I
it?
come back to Philly, I mean, if you ain't never stayed there, girl, you gotta stay.
Okay, maybe I have not, and maybe I have to
I
go.
mean, I ain't stayed at the Four Seasons in Detroit either, but I'm just saying it's an amazing experience. But yeah, I love coming to Philadelphia. So when I come again, I'm gonna make sure to see you too.
Yes, please. Oh, come on, please do. And then yes, I haven't stayed at the Four Seasons, but I guess we don't think about it while we're here. Like, yeah, let me go stay. I mean, well, I've done interviews there.
I know, girl, it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes. Well, I
It's
can't
amazing.
wait till for you to come back to
I
Philly.
gotta come.
Um,
Gotta come
Brown
back.
Side said, "I love your passion for helping the next generation," which is you see, they said book a trip,
I know she always says that. Always,
book a
always tell
trip,
me to
book a
come.
trip.
I
Like,
be
wait
telling
a
her to
minute.
come to Detroit. Yeah,
When you got do the documentary, you're gonna have to go all over, right? You might
I
want to
am.
go to different places. Here's the
I am.
Philadelphia media scene. Here's the
Absolutely.
Detroit media scene because it
Absolutely.
looks different everywhere you go. It's
It
it's
does.
definitely not the same. So I can't
Which is
wait.
good because we need niche media, right? We need niche media. Media cannot cover everybody. That's why general market ain't general market. We need our own for sure.
But I love the fact that you want to create IP, like your intellectual property, because that's literally why I do what I do as far as these interviews, because I believe that creating your own platforms, creating your own lane, and doing what you have to do, especially when you love to do it. And I like to talk to people.
Yeah, right. And you mentioned it, like media is so different now. It's so different, right? So yeah, girl,
Yeah,
it's
I
so
started in the
different.
90s, so it has changed a whole lot. Like in the 90s, there was no internet. Like I hate to even say that, but I was truly young, y'all. I don't want people to think I'm that old, but I started out as a really young, like you
Girl,
did.
was you sending press releases in the mail and on the fax machine?
They were sending it to us because we had the television show, so we were
Okay,
the ones people we were
so I'm
receiving
that
all the
old. Yeah,
pitches.
I'm that old.
Yeah,
We
right.
used to use
No, but we
fax
were
machine
receiving the
faxes.
pitches. Faxes. That's what I'm saying. We had faxes. This was before the internet, and just it was so like
Right, right.
our eyes. It's like you get to see like doop, 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 doop. It's just like all changed, and everything is like
Wait. We got to do a TV show of a PR agency that was set in the 80s and 90s.
oh that.
Oh my God.
Come
Remember
on.
how crazy those publicists used to be?
Yes, they had to like, there was no cell phone.
24, there was 24/7
Right.
before there was 24/7, right?
Right, but they had no cell phone, so they had to literally
Was on it, right?
stay by the phone. They had
On
to say
it.
like,
It
"Wait a
was
minute, I'm
on it.
waiting for this call. I've been calling up.
And the
Listen, this
call would come through and be like, we got the show. We got the future. We got, right.
yes, that
We
was
got the cover. We got the feature, right?
it, right." And you had to stay right
Pagers, right?
by
Monique
the
said
phone.
pagers, right?
Pages, right? Oh my goodness, that was a whole nother era. The pager era.
Remember we used to do media tours? Remember media tours?
Yes, listen, that's where I did most of my interviews with the celebrities was the media tours, but it was literally
Uh,
the publicist pitching to us, but it was like, yeah, you gotta stay by that's the thing, stay by the
yep.
phone until pagers came along. Thank God for pagers, because what else would you pagers, just the
What did we
evolution
do
of
before phones? What did we do before?
I have no idea.
We
And
had to take a phone call, like answer call. Girl.
what I can't believe it. I can't imagine not having a like literally I couldn't imagine not having a phone, but we didn't have phones. Monique said she had a BlackBerry.
Had BlackBerry.
You
That's
had
right.
a
Had a
BlackBerry.
BlackBerry.
I had a two-way pager. I'm like
Girl.
Daisy said I had a
I used to
Motorola two-way
I used
pager.
to carry packages in my arms and go to the mailbox, put packages in the mail to
Yes.
editors.
Woo, we have come so far. When you do this documentary has to include this,
We would
the
actually have to
movie.
make phone calls.
You right?
But
And
I'm just saying,
actually,
I think it needs to, you know how they do these retrospective shows. I
yes.
just think Black PR agencies were just, they were just monuments in themselves. I mean, they were, and I think about what is it, Devil Wears Prada, like how the editor was. Like these publicists to me had the same personality. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. So
I just think
I,
that would be either a good movie, a good TV show.
wait a minute, but I'm serious. Like this is like when
Because
you lived it, you
girl,
live
you
it.
had to learn. If you didn't learn, listen.
Listen,
Listen. Horror
that's
stories horror stories that publish, but you learn. I mean, listen, we all of us that are like independent publicists, media strategy, we all learn from the same foundation, right?
we did,
Yes,
we
same
did.
foundation. Yeah.
We learned from the same foundation, and thank God we are
Pat,
still
that's
here
right.
doing what we
That's
got to
right.
do.
Pat, yes. You
Pat
remember Rod
Robin,
Stevenson, Ava DuVernay? Yeah, they didn't play.
come
They might be nice and
on.
cheesing on TV now, but Ava was not nice.
I'm so
She was
glad we
so
get to be nice
strict.
now. We get to be nice now.
Well, she got an Oscar now. She got to be nice.
But I'm glad we get. I don't think we got to be mean to people. I'm so glad we in a.
But they used to be really mean.
I know.
I know.
I used to work for Dorothy Brunson, who was the first African American woman in the nation to own a TV station. And honey, she was not the nicest, but her legacy. But she was. It was. I remember crying in the bathroom.
Girl, we won't even talk about. Girl. Listen, I worked for Essence Music Festival for a season. You talking about crying?
I
And
can imagine.
they would pick me up to take me to work and pick me up at work and take me home every day, every
Oh wow.
girl. I used to be
Wow.
like, oh, I used to love working as no, oh, it was like slavery. But I
I
was happy. You was happy to be a
You're
slave.
happy because that's what this is what your passion is, what you desire to do, and but you didn't realize that you ain't supposed to be nowadays you couldn't. I'm sorry, you can't get away with that. If it was me now, it would not. I'd be like,
That's why
I
I love,
create my
yeah,
own.
that's why I love those movies like Devil Wears Prada, because I'm like, if you did it with a black editor or a black publicist,
Mm-hmm.
especially the ones that, had all of the clients, like the
Mm-hmm.
Sony and the Disney, all of those,
Yeah.
the TV shows, and we
Ooh,
could
I
tell some
can.
stories. Monique, you got to get in on this one, girl.
Monique, right, but I can't. All I'm saying is I cannot wait till you start creating. Like this is I'm here.
There are
Remember
lots
that
of
I'm here with
stories,
you. Remember I'm here with you. Come on, let's tell these stories. This
lots of
needs to
stories
be
to tell, right?
the human storyteller needs to tell this story.
Yes.
Right, you got to tell the story. I can't wait to see this TV show or movie because wait a minute, Monique said I'm here. Can we tell this story? Because like the history is here.
It is. And I think I just feel like, especially as I listen to them talk, we all have such a common ground on how we came up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when entertainment and fashion. And yeah, I feel as though we have a common story for sure. We have a common story. So a lot of us are linked by those relationships because we were brutalized.
We were what? We grow, we learn, we
We
were so
love,
much
right?
better for it. Look what we did.
We love this industry now. We love this industry. So
So
I
this
had such a good
it's
time, Shelly.
me too. Thank you so much for this.
You
Thank you
are
so much for being
amazing.
here. Thank you Brown Style for Little Brown Style magazine for bringing us all together.
Yes,
100 women
yes.
in media. I am so
Shout
honored to be a
out.
part of it. Thank you so
She
much.
said brutalized and exposed.
If the tears could tell us a story.
Look, you gotta do it. Look, you gotta do a part two.
Come on, I'm ready
You
because
gotta
I
do
know
a
I
part
listen.
two. You gotta do a part two. I can't
We
stop crying now.
Right, because
Okay.
this is real. This is so real. And you don't often get to talk like this about this because who not that you know what I mean. There's people who just coming along, they don't know, but
They don't
listen,
know. They don't know. They don't know.
they don't know the
They don't
pain.
have that foundation. They don't have that. We're blessed that we got the foundation. Yeah. We
I
got the
think that's
foundation.
why I got so many phones because we didn't have phones back then. I got a phone here, and I'm
You still
telling
go
you,
to a media list too, don't you? Don't you work from a media list?
I actually don't have a media list
You
anymore
don't
because
have a media list no
I
more?
switched because I'm not publicist. I switched from what I was doing and I am creating now. I'm
Oh,
creating.
you're
I'm
a
like
creator?
my goal is to create. That's it. That's all I want to do is create.
I love that.
I,
I
I
love
love social
So you're
media.
pitching yourself to media.
I am pitching myself to media. I know on the other
I
side
love that.
it's
I know.
scary. It's a little scary on my heart, like a little bit because
Well, hey, all they can do is say no. That's it.
I know, but
That's all they can say.
it's such a different side. I just want to create now. I stayed in the background too long. I'm ready to be singing, I'm coming out. Listen, that's where I get
But
my
the great thing about it now is if an editor says no, you'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna go to TikTok or YouTube.
that's exactly how I feel.
Okay.
Exactly
Or
how I
I'll do an op-ed on Medium. Okay.
feel. Okay.
You're like, all right.
You know what I mean? I'll just do it myself. And that's a good thing. And I think we all have the opportunity to do that. I believe we all should be using our
Empowered.
social media
Empowered.
platforms to do what we're called to do. Like this is me,
Amen.
this is journalism. So we have the new lane of journalism, and thank God we came from the era that can appreciate it. That's what we're doing, appreciate it.
I like that era. I like that, the era.
The era where we like literally we came from a place. Monique said, I have all the media lists. Okay,
Me too,
y'all
Monique.
y'all
Shelly
had the
must be
media
younger
list.
than us. Right?
And No, I just come from a different side of it. I
Oh,
just come
okay.
from a different side. I literally was the media outlet.
You was
People
the
was
media, right?
That
You
was the
was
media
the
one, the
media.
one people wanted to pitch to, come to, and oh, we
They
want
were
to get
calling you,
Jay-Z.
faxing you, and sending stuff in the mail. I
Yes, yes, yes.
remember you
And
used to
then
go to the mail and had them all the packages with the media kits and all.
all the kids, and then you have to look through. I was the one approving
Girl,
or not approving everybody, and but I once again I knew that there was other sides, so I treated everyone nicely because I knew one
yeah,
day that I would be
you
on the
gonna
other
be talent. Yeah,
side.
you gonna be talent one day.
I knew one day that there was gonna be. So I was very nice, and I wasn't one of those people. So because I like I said, I knew we have to create. That's what we're here for.
That's
He said,
right.
Urban Expressions is a big vibe in Philly. Yes, Urban
The
Expressions was very very
oh,
big in
Urban
Philly.
Expressions. Yes, I remember them.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember them.
that's it. 1992. We've been
Yeah,
here,
yes.
but
Get it,
yeah,
Philly. Get
yes.
it. All right.
Yes, it's a Philly thing. But listen, we have the stories, and I can't wait. You please let me know when you're ready to go ahead and be the human storyteller and tell the stories of the media. Because it needs to be heard, it needs to be seen, and we need to know, like, the generations need to understand what we've been through, like what it was like, having
I agree.
not having
100%.
internet.
100%. 100%. Every
Yeah.
other industry got they come out, so why not us? For sure.
Why
That's right.
not us? Come
That's
on,
right.
everybody. I
That's
think
right.
everybody here is in agreement. So let's go. Let's make it happen. And
Let's go.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Well, thank you so very much. Tell them how they can get in touch with you. Right? What
So
was you
I
what
am the Stylist Suite. It has an S in the Stylist Suite. And Darralynn Hutson, my first and last name. I'm on all of the social media contacts. All the social. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on X.
I'm not there either. I have to figure that one out. I mean, I was. I gotta find my password and all that. I haven't gotten into it. But you're on TikTok, you're on
TikTok,
Instagram,
Instagram,
YouTube.
Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube.
Okay, I know. Hey. Yes, I think we should be on
I'm
everything.
there.
Yes,
I'm
we should.
there. I gotta make sure I follow you on everything, Shelly. I'm gonna do that tonight.
Oh, I so appreciate it.
You
Let's
are
go.
amazing. Yes.
You are amazing. This has been an amazing evening. I am so grateful. This has, I think, like, this was just life. Like life. This whole evening
I
been life.
agree. I agree. Don't you love these interviews? They're so energetic to me.
They
I
are.
love them. Yeah, I love them.
They
Absolutely.
are, and I'm grateful.
Me
Brown
too.
Shots, I love to see the sisterhood
Me
tonight.
too. Me too.
Me
Me
too.
too.
So shout out to Monique Weber,
Shout
and
out.
guess what? And listen, now we connected. Darralynn.
Yes, we are.
I said
Yes.
I'm gonna practice her name. I sat here practicing, like
It's
I was writing it earlier, and I said I'm writing it right, and then I'm gonna say it right. Darralynn. I said that's what I was doing. I did a whole. I said
That's it, girl. That's it.
I
Monique
love
said
it.
me too.
Listen, I was just practicing, but listen, everyone, please make sure you tap into, once again, each one of us. And as a publicist, a PR, and even in media, we need to build our platform. So that means
That's
please
right.
tell a friend to share, to like, to subscribe, to follow, all of the things, because guess what? We're building. We're not staying the
That's
same.
right. That's right.
Everyone is
Right.
growing, and we want to all grow together, because guess what? We started out. I mean,
Yes, we did.
we
And
started out.
now we here. We all up in Brown style.
Brown style. Listen, Brown style started out in the '90s too. Listen,
Did
they started out.
they? Being born? You mean being born?
No, Tweety started when she was like a 12,
Not the
13
'90s.
years
She's
old.
still a baby.
Yeah,
Not
but
the
she
'90s.
But she
No.
did. She started when she was a kid. She's been here. She's been doing this since she was a
I
child. Like
know. I
she
know.
was she was
Her
doing
mom
it
set
like
the her mom set She set the standard, I think.
Yeah, her mom and
Yeah.
dad and the whole entire family. They just like I've watched them.
Because
I
you know
watched them grow up.
we all need each other. That's right.
Yes, we
You're right.
do. Brown Sauce, a great guest. Have a great night, ladies. Have a great night. Thank you so much. And all right,
Yes.
we'll be
Thank you,
connecting. And
Shelly. I'll
thank
talk
you,
to you
thank you.
soon.
Talk to you
I'm
soon.
gonna
Have a
follow you.
great.
I'm about to go online right now. I'll talk to you soon. Bye,
All right.
Monique.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody. Bye bye.